Alright guys, another video I've been working on is about deep carry clips for the Para 3. There's so many flipping options these days. You have your lynch clip that's on this M4 Para 3. You've got the MXG Para 3 clip. So it's specific, it has the lanyard cut out right there. You can see right there. It's pretty slick. It actually carries back the farthest, but there's that clip. Then there's the standard MXG clip here. It doesn't have that cutout that's on this 4V Para 3. And then you've got another MXG clip here, kind of a different style than the typical clip, which I do like this one. And then you have this guy here from eBay, and once I finish this video, I'll make sure I do all the names. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I bought a bunch of clips from this guy, and I really actually like these clips quite a bit. So lots of different options for clips for the Para 3. There's going to be some key differentiators among these: price, fit and finish on them, how easy they are to install, and one of the things that's going to be is ergonomics, because I can tell you that already that these ones that have less of a gap here have better ergonomics than like the lynch clip that sits up much higher. These are also a lot more hard to install, so these are a little less of a gap here, so I feel like they're a little bit better in ergonomics. But honestly, like, I've been pretty impressed with this guy because it sits foot pretty flat too. But these guys have been my favorites so far, so we're gonna do some cutting just to see how the ergonomics are. Now, some of these are gonna, I may do them all on Para 3 skinnies just to make them different, because these aren't skinnies, so we may do that. I haven't decided yet, but that shouldn't make too much of a difference as far as how the clip feels. That's more of the handle there. All right, so we're gonna use, I did switch the other style MXG to these Ergonomics carbon fiber scales because they have more of a profile of the Para 3 skinny, just so we don't skew the results with the ergonomics with the standard Para 3 scales. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut into some pretty stiff leather here. I'm also going to carve into some wood and just kind of put a really hard, like, hammer grip, you know, really get a lot of pressure on your hand just to see if there's, you know, which one of these clips has kind of the worst hot spots. So let's start with the MXG. This is the one that has the lanyard cut out. So, and honestly, this one and the short clip are going to have the same ergonomics, so that's really not going to change anything. Okay, so you can see that right there. I don't know if you can see that little dot circle. That's from that. Okay, so there is definitely a noticeable, when you really get wrenching on stuff. Now, it's not bad. Like, it doesn't cause me pain, but it's noticeable. Okay, let's do the lynch clip. Yeah, I can definitely, it does the same thing, and I can also feel honestly though, it does the same thing. It sticks up a little bit. It's a little bit more noticeable right there in your palm on the lynch than the MXG. It's because it sits up a little higher. Okay, let's try this MXG. It's a little bit flatter, so you may not get, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't really feel anything with that one. And the Uncle Matt's eBay special that I like quite a bit, actually. Don't feel anything with that, really, at all. Yep. So there is a noticeable difference in these two clips versus these two clips. Now, ergonomics is going to be different for everyone's hands. We have to keep that in mind, right? But, all right, so we'll do the same order as before, starting with the MXG deep carry and my trusty stick. Nothing really noticeable, but again, you see that little red dot from the hole cut out there. Let's do the winch. Yeah, I can feel. It's just barely. I mean, just a note, not. It's noticeable, but not enough to be a deal breaker. None of these clips are bad, honestly. Let's try the Ergonomics with the flatter clip. Again, I can't even. I don't even feel the pocket clip on this one. Like, you don't even feel it in your hand. And Uncle Matt's eBay. Then I don't even feel the clip. I don't even feel the clip on that one. But I would honestly say, though, that this style of clip that doesn't have the hole, it actually gives you a little bit better ergonomics. And I never would have thought that was a factor. I didn't feel it with this one, but it does, like when you really, yeah, it doesn't really notice. It's not really noticeable. Same with this, like, can really squeeze it. Doesn't really leave a hot spot. But you'll notice this. Maybe I'll do it on my other. I'll screw things up because it's on the right hand side. Yeah, when you really squeeze that down, you feel this one right back in there. Same with this one, but not as bad. So, honestly, I would say of the four, the Lynch has the worst ergonomics. Again, they're not bad, and you may never need to wrench down on your knife handle like that. But if you are using your knife hard and are doing those kind of cuts where you're really going to put, you know, some pressure, you're definitely going to feel that Lynch clip more than you're going to feel the other ones. I would say these two did the best, for sure. I mean, these scales too are so nice, these Ergonomics scales. They're very similar to the Para 3 skinnies though. Let's see, maybe running out of territory here because of that track there, part of the belt. Yeah, you don't even feel that clip. Same grip. Same. You don't even really, I'm slipping off a little bit here. You don't really even feel that one. If anything, your hand, your palm gets kind of stuck in this little hole there, but that's negative. That's not a big deal. All right, I've got this camera way down. As you can see, you can tell how much flusher the Uncle Matt's clip sits on the Para 3. The MXG clips have about the same profile, but you can see also the very far back is the Lynch, and you can see how much more it sticks off the handle of the knife. So I think that's really what plays into the ergonomics and the hot spots with these, is how flat they sit. All right, so let's talk about cost. The Lynch clip can be had for 19 bucks plus $4 shipping. It's a total of 23. Also has 10 different color options, which is insane. Like different finishes. Some are colors, some are different stone washes, bead blasted, or sandblasted, all kinds of different options. So tons of options for the Lynch clip. MXGs are 23 bucks plus shipping. So they are $26.09 shipped. Unless you buy a few of them, then you get free shipping, I think over 50 bucks. But, you know, they're the most expensive of the clips. Both of these, same price. The Uncle Matt's on eBay, and I'll leave the description of the seller in the video below, are anywhere from 18 bucks to $20, but free shipping. So you're not going to pay over 20 bucks for one of these. If you buy two of them, though, he's got a 2-pack deal for 25 bucks for free shipping. So it's the best deal by far. I can't believe it's that cheap, actually, now I think about it. That's like, it's got to be, I hope that's right. I just looked at it on eBay, but so the cheapest one's going to be this one. Also available in Stonewash. Well, this is the Stonewash, the black DLC, and there's also a blue anodized titanium as an option. MXG comes in tons of different options as well. Well, actually, just for titanium, this finish. There's no like different finish of titanium. And you've got blue anodized, bronzed, which I really like that he has bronzed, and then black. So again, most expensive, least expensive. Tons of options, but also I think the worst for ergonomics. So just things to consider. All right, another thing we're judging these clips on is how deep they carry. And this one right here is the Lynch clip. This one is the MXG Para 3 with the lanyard cutout. That's a true deep carry. You can't see any part of the knife at all. This is the other Lynch clip that's listed as a short clip. It's actually for a paramilitary too. But a lot of people think it's, and it says Para 3. It's kind of confusing. The way they word things on their website is kind of confusing. You can see a little bit of the knife sticks out. Over here we've got the other style MXG clip. You can see a little bit of the knife sticks out, and then the Uncle Matt's deep carry, which honestly I would say is comparable to the Lynch as far as, let's see if we can get them all in frame. Let me just zoom out. Oh, I'm shaking that. So the MXG definitely carries the deepest. Actually, both, I would say all the MXGs carry deeper than the other two. The Lynch and the Uncle Matt's are very, very similar as far as the carry depth. Not a true deep carry. Still, way 100 times better than the factory. Like, factory sticks out like that much. But if you really, really want a true deep carry, then you got to go with the Para 3 with lanyard cutout from MXG. That's the best. If you don't mind a little bit sticking up, then the standard clip's fine. I don't mind either of the Lynch or the Uncle Matt's. I think that's enough of the knife sticking out. You can get a good grasp on it, but you know, it's just a huge improvement over the standard Para 3. And this one actually, I like this one too. That one looks good. Not as much sticking out. So, but the MXGs do carry deeper, all three of them. All right, guys. So we've talked about the hot spots, ergos, the carry depth. Let's talk about last and the price. Let's talk about last two, which is fit and finish and aesthetics. So, which one looks the best in your opinion? This is going to be totally opinion based. I mean, most of this is opinion based. What am I talking about? But I would say I really like the stonewashing on this one. It just matches, the finish seems to match the blades a lot better, even though these are satin finished. Like on the MXG one, it's almost a dark, like, I don't know, it just doesn't, I wish it had a lighter finish to it. It's just a little too dark compared to the blade and the hardware, right? The black one obviously is gonna match if it's black, so that's kind of out. The Lynch, I've got two Lynch clips here. Here's the black and here's the standard. I really, really like the finish on the Lynch. In fact, I would say the Lynch and the, actually that's not a Lynch. Hold on. I've got two clips here and they all look the freaking same. Maybe it is. That is a Lynch. Okay, so this is the Lynch clip. Here, this is the Uncle Matt's here. They're very, very, very similar in their finish. As far as the and this is one of the options. I can't remember. I think it's the sandblasted one. I'm not sure. So I like these two as far as the color and the finish, just the finish of the clip. I think it looks best. Those two do. The MXGs I wish they offered more options than just this, just gray titanium. I mean, I shouldn't say that. They do offer other options, but the finish of the titanium on the plain clips, I don't like it as much. So, but I think the Lynch really does the best job, honestly, of the three, with the finish on the clips and just the way they look. I think they look the best aesthetically. Last thing is how easy they are to install. Okay, so this one is hands down the easiest because it's got 2 screws and you just, boom, no big deal. They're right next to each other. You don't have to get all funky with it. The Lynch clip is the worst because, I mean, he actually includes, just because of the way the hole's cut out here, you can see how that clip sits in, the screws sit in pretty deep. They're pretty hard to get to, and if you don't do it a certain way, they can be difficult to install, honestly. I've done a ton of them, so it's easy for me, but they come with a little Allen wrench themselves, you know, because the design of it is probably the worst. The MXGs are somewhere in the middle. These two. And same with this. The Uncle Matt's clip was pretty easy to install. Has some of the similar hiccups that the Lynch clips does. If you don't take it out a certain way, it's hard to get the screws out. I feel like these two are comparable as far as ease of installation. So this is the easiest by far. This one's the worst, and then these three are kind of in the middle. They're all pretty similar. So none of them are difficult. Okay, this is not rocket science we're talking about. It's a pocket clip, but they can be a little bit more challenging. And that's just something that, you know, some people have had frustrations with the Lynch clips in the past of getting them installed. And, you know, if you want ease of use, you know, this is the way to go. But none of them are hard, like I said. So overall, you know, what's my favorite clip? It's hard to say. I would say I really like this clip from eBay. I was really shocked by it. I thought, man, it's going to be some knockoff, which, you know, technically all these are kind of knockoffs of the Lynch. The Lynch was the OG, the first one. They came out with the Para 2, Para 3 deep carry clips, right? MXG, I think, has improved on the design, and I think this is an improved design as well because it is a little bit longer of a clip. So that is one, I guess, strike against it. If you look at it next to the MXGs, it's a longer clip. Even it's about the same length as the Lynch, though. I mean, side by side, they're about the same. But one thing I really like about this is the finish of it and how skinny it is. It's got such a small gap here that it just helps so much. You just don't feel the clip at all. I feel like with these two, especially these two, you really feel the clip in your hand when you're using the knife. And granted, when you're kind of like, even just right there, I can feel that clip, right? Just that simple hold. I'm not even pulling down. I can't even feel it. I don't even know it's there. Same with this guy. Yeah, you don't even know that clip's there. So, but these guys, you definitely feel them. So on the MXG Para 3 lanyard clip, you're getting the best deep carry, but you're also sacrificing a little bit of ergonomics for that. For me, I don't really care that much of my knife showing. I just wanted an improvement over the stock clip because it's so bad. So if I had to choose, I honestly, I would go with one of these two. I like this MXG. I know it's really not. It is listed under the Para 3. It works for a lot of different knives, so it's a pretty universal deep carry clip. But I was really shocked by these guys. They're least expensive, especially if you buy 2 of them. They're a little bit longer, but they sit flatter on the scale, and I like the finish on them. They seem to match the finish really. I mean, it's a kind of a light stone wash. It just looks really good with the hardware. So I mean, honestly, surprisingly, it's going to be. I really think the Uncle Matt's eBay clip, man, is kind of my winner. It's my favorite clip. I know a lot of guys are just going to disagree with that. I know that the MXG and the Lynch are the 2 go-tos. So I did a poll on the Spyderco forum on Facebook. I shouldn't call it a forum. I guess it's a page. The Paramilitary 2, Paramilitary 3 club, whatever it's called, on Facebook that I'm a part of. And the MXG clip with this was the #1 voted clip by far. The Lynch was second, and then the other ones were behind that. In fact, I don't even know if this got any votes besides for me, because I don't think people know about this. And maybe they're apprehensive because they think it's a knockoff clip and they don't want to buy on eBay. But let's be real, a lot of these clips are knockoff clips. I mean, like I said, If you want to go OG, you're going to buy the Lynch clip. That's the one that started it all. MXG, I think, like I said, there's enough design differences in all of these clips to make them a little bit different, so they're not direct copies of this clip. I mean, you can see it just by looking at them that they're not the same. The idea is the same, but they're not, direct rip-offs. So maybe that's why people are apprehensive. I also think that people just don't know as much about this clip. And I tell you, if you're looking to save a few bucks and you like the way that the stonewashing looks, and you want it for the best ergonomics, this is the way to go. It's cheapest, best ergos, looks good, and ergonomics should be something you're considering in a knife clip, because the clips do make a difference. I do like this one too. This one surprised me a little bit. I do like it. It's very similar to when I have a Benchmade 940. I really like that. You don't feel the clip at all. So I do think they're all these clips are improvements over factory, hands down. You kind of just got to decide which one's which. They're all within the same price range, from anywhere from 18 up to 26 bucks for one clip if you're including shipping. So you're talking an $8 difference. That's pretty negligible. I can't even say the word. I know what I'm trying to say. I hate when that happens. They're pretty similar, so that's not a big deal either. It's really going to come down to personal preference, but hopefully this video can help you make a decision in buying a clip. I know it's not a huge decision, and you're talking a $25 purchase max, $26, but there's so many options, it can get a little overwhelming. So if you're new to Spydercos, you're new to Para 3s, you like the Para 3 a lot, you hate the factory clip like everyone does, and there's so many clip options out there, hopefully this video will help you make a good decision on that. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.